I turn on the hose, which combines H with O and makes
heresy.
I noticed that my mood didn't improve.
Oh, boo-hoo. It didn't put you in a better mood? Oh, that's a shame. Hey guys, welcome back to... Wait a second. I guess it's a new phase in Anesty TV. And
Anesty's kind of...
I've gotten old from the time it started, that is. No one really cared about it much, so I thought, just kind of cut it off and just act natural. So, what is there to say? Anesty failing, kind of, or not really even doing anything productive in all of its sort of lifespan, much like Death's Aid Ministries, if you remember that time.
It was a strange time.
But I'm back, sort of. I'm working on a new channel, and I'm working on my own faith walk and everything, if you will. Just changing it up a bit and looking to the future. Right now, I don't have much to say, so it really is kinda interesting at the moment. I was watching this silly video about my...
We got back from our trip after all that, and
my time when
was going to church
I
to attend liturgy on Sunday morning,
heterodox,
as I
say.
usually do. And lo and behold, my car had for one, the side skirt on the right side has detached due to a blowing of a tire, my back rear tire, and so the skirt it's 3/4 of the way off. The little hooks that hold it on popped off.
Let's just listen to this.
I still need to fix it. But when we got back from this trip, I noticed that there's this sort of runner on this side, the door on each side, but on the right side halfway up, it was torn off almost halfway, and when we had left, it was only slightly. And so I thought, well, when we left, I thought it shouldn't be a problem, and just aesthetically, it's a problem to me. But when we got back, yeah, it was almost all the way off. And so I thought, well, I can't drive that with that dangling down on the side, and I tried to pull it off, and I couldn't at the time, so...
What does this have to do with anything? I mean, come on, man. You make these videos and you talk about how woe is me about my side skirt, which, by the way, still is not fixed. You're welcome, by the way, for telling you that. But it doesn't matter because she's a beautiful car. And so you think that anyone wanted to hear about your dang side skirt issue? No, I don't think so. You didn't think about that at all because who knows where your mind is at the moment.
I couldn't at the time, so
I decided to
take my mom's car. I asked her, and she said, yeah, it's a Bug, it's a Volkswagen Beetle, and so I took that. And as I was driving, I usually only listen to classical music. In fact, for the past 4 months, that's all I listen to and from school, because I can't stand NPR and pop music anymore. And so
NPR? You can't stand NPR.
Now it's time for a segment I like to call What is
NPR?
By Click and Clack the Tapper Brothers. And if you haven't heard Car Talk before, I don't know what to say about you.
Hey, it's us, Click and Clack from Car Talk.
And the question today is, what is NPR?
Well, NPR is intelligent.
NPR is honest.
NPR is thoughtful.
NPR is straightforward.
NPR is unfailingly professional.
In other words,
NPR is everything that we're not.
Yeah, so why are we here?
Because NPR is tolerant.
This is NPR.
Oh my gosh. Look, okay, no one cares about NPR anyway. In fact, the only people who listen to NPR are college professors, as far as anyone can seem to tell. And for Pete's sake, why you complain about everything? You complain about your car, I guess. You complain about NPR, the thing that plays in your car, and it's gonna get better from here. Just you guys wait. Let's see what he has cooking here, and we might get a nice warm feeling inside if we fix the focus, but we might get a nice warm feeling inside if we hear about how special the music is. By the way, that's not a good symbol to make. That's a bad hand sign, which I believe it. So the fact that I'm making it is just a sign of my contentness, I guess. Is that contentness? With this wonderful Orthodox Warrior video. Anyway, that means 666. Because you have 1 6, and then you have 2, and
pop music anymore. And so I listen to classical, but in her car, you guessed it, it's Christian music. The 2 of the presets. So I started listening to it, like Air One, if you're familiar with that. If not, look it up. It's a nationwide thing. And I noticed, I kind of like one or two of the songs, and so I'm saying "and so" a lot, but anyway, it was fine. I drove to church, came back, and listened to it some more, and then I listened to it on Monday morning in my own car, and I noticed that I felt really depressed. I didn't know why. It's just I felt really down. And so, I kid you not, when I turned back to classical music, I felt better. And it's kind of surprising to me.
Okay, man, look. Feeling depressed, feeling down is sometimes normal for people. You might have a blue day. To talk about listening to classical music cures you of that. That's good. Try to prove that this is from your contemporary Christian music you're listening to. What is my life? I mean, I cannot deal with this stuff. I mean, look at this. What am I doing, man? I'm out of here. You know what, let's just give him a chance. Let's just listen to the very last part of this. There's just a minute left, a minute 26 seconds. Let's listen. It's kind of surprising to me.
Because I spent all those years listening to Christian music, and suddenly I have this realization that Christian music is depressing. And I mean, when I'm listening to the songs, like I said, there were a couple I liked enough, but I wasn't realizing that it was actually, now reflecting back, it's like one of those things where when you look back, you realize, oh, that was potentially not beneficial to my health or whatever it may be. And that is how I saw Christian music, this contemporary Christian music, for the first time, really. And seriously.
Okay, so we've reached the kernel. And, yeah, the Orthodox Warrior thinks that it's just not healthy to listen to Christian music, contemporary Christian music. And, who cares?
Who cares?
So, I've been reading this book. You might want to check it out. As I sort of transition to my next channel, we have Of Games and God by Kevin Scoot. Anyway, it's a really good book if you're into video games and a Christian, which you're not. But hey, it's a good read. You might learn something about video games, violence, society, the media, and all that stuff, all the trappings of the media. So that will do it for this episode of A Nesty TV. Just reminiscing on the pretty dark past. And a Christian, which you're not.
No, unless I put my finger in the mark of the nails, I will not believe.
Thomas.
No.
Thomas.
No.
Thomas.
No.